You look at real estate prices in all the cities. Look how many houses get bought at 5 crores, 20 crores. And sort of use that to back out just how many people must be making a whole bunch of money.
I'm sure a lot of people here may have, all of you might have at least heard this once in your life when they say, we need inequality. Because you're anyway born unequal. All our physical attributes, everything is different and unequal in many ways. So inequality is in a way good because that is an incentive for people.
Equal richer. There is no data on those people, so we have no idea how rich they are.
See, I want to ask you, since you spoke about how we cannot access certain gated communities and that is why data is not possible. Since with all this technology that
Various parties
പഴംപൊരി മേടിക്കാം ഞാൻ മേടിക്കാം
said that there is, working.
What is the biggest economic risk AI poses to the next generation? What is the biggest economic risk AI poses to the next generation?
what is the biggest economic risk?
I think climate change. Climate change is by far the
That's a great way to have a relationship with parents and children.
In some conversation, I remember speaking of your father, you said that it was on the ship to when he first left India that he had cheese for the first time. And because of that, every time you have a cheese sandwich, you think of your...
There's many years of my life, not just as a kid, but later on in life as I was having a career, being a pilot. We talked a little bit about it this morning, being in some fields that were primarily male-dominated. I think you always have doubts about yourself, and maybe that's more of a female characteristic than a male characteristic, I'm not sure, but I feel like I've always had doubts about if I fit in, or if I was qualified enough, or if I accomplished the right thing. I think that's very common, honestly, and so, but that's okay. So you can have doubts, but you know what? At the end of the day, I have doubts actually when I come up and I talk in a group like this, but I have to remind myself that there's only a couple people that have gone to space, and my opportunity here is to provide that insight to as many people as I can. That makes me a little bit stronger. So every time I'm faced with some type of little adversity, I just have to